misty morning in June, and a racehorse enjoys a training gallop through the Surrey countryside. It's the beginning of a day much like any other has been over the last 200 years on Epsom Downs on Derby Day. Epsom Downs, home of the Derby, celebrates its 200th anniversary. A celebration that starts quietly, but it's an even bet the fairground will not remain silent for long. Already the grandstand is being given its last-minute finishing touches. The invasion force of racegoers is expected to reach about 750,000. There's a loneliness soon to be lost as the tempo increases. Training comes to an end. It's as though the horses must remain unseen until they are presented in the paddock just before the race, for the first arrivals are making their way onto the downs. The naming of this great classic of the turf is surmised, but legend has it that in 1780, Lord Derby and Sir Charles Bunbury tossed a coin to decide after whom the race should be named. Lord Derby obviously took the title, but Sir Charles Bunbury's horse Diomed won the first race. The first few runnings of the Derby attracted little attention. So, in many ways, it's surprising that the race has grown into one of such international influence. For Derby Day is now synonymous with a day out. Many must be the number of relatives who have funerals on Derby Day. Many the dental appointments, the one-day flu, or the sudden tummy bugs. It's a day off work or even a firm's outing. In fact, it's a pilgrimage, a picnic, a once-a-year flutter on the horses. It's Derby Day. The bookmakers are in position. Londoners and the world make their way to Epsom. The traffic is reaching rush hour proportions. Gone has that sweetness of early morning. The law copes bravely, but the flow of transport grinds to a halt. Over 40,000 cars and buses make their way to the Downs. There's room for all, but many must be wondering if they'll arrive on time. For those in the know, traffic jams can be hopped by helicopter. The helicopter service has become part of the Derby scene. This is a quick and trouble-free means of transport, but it does nothing for the dignity. Slowly, all the facets which make up the colourful kaleidoscope of Derby Day fall into position. Estimates are that on and off course betting will reach a staggering £25 million. Adding a bit of military pomp and splendour, the band of the Welsh Guards. For many of the crowd, the major highlight of the day is the arrival of the royal family. Her Majesty the Queen is accompanied by the Duke of Edinburgh and Prince Charles. For the Prince, this is his first visit to the Derby. Among the most knowledgeable of racehorse owners, the Queen has come to see her own colt, Milford, ridden by Lester Piggott, contest the Derby. Her Majesty is welcomed to the course by Lord Halifax, one of the 6 senior Jockey Club stewards responsible for this summer meeting. The Queen Mother chats with Lord Halifax, lucky owner of Shirley Heights, winner of last year's Derby. Also Prince Charles and Princess Margaret. So far, the honour of winning this richest and most prestigious prize in racing has eluded Her Majesty's string of thoroughbreds. With the big race now not far off, business at Epsom gets into full swing. Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor. The characters of Epsom are all here to make their mark on this most wonderful day of the year. And the fashions, though they may be only a few days old, show themselves miraculously among the crowd. The Derby prize money has rocketed to a cool £250,000, with the £154,000 going to the winner, the biggest ever offered in a thoroughbred race. The changing panorama is almost complete. If that earlier Lord Derby and Sir Charles Bunbury could ride the clouds now above their brainchild, they would surely approve. Even back in those roistering, high-living days of George III, the dealers and showmen saw the cash possibilities in a popular one-day-in-the-year event like this. And they've stayed for 2 centuries, to the delight of one and all. After all, Derby Day isn't meant just for horse racing. Derby Day on Epsom Downs has been described as one gigantic picnic. While it misses the correctness of Royal Ascot, it still has the same verve and colour as that other royal racing occasion. It's the day on which the highest and the lowest can be genteelly vulgar and indulgent. Here a king could eat a toffee apple and get away with it. Whether eccentric or formal, citizens from the opposite ends of London rub shoulders. Epsom has just about reached saturation point. Her Majesty the Queen and the rest of the royal party move towards the paddock. For the first time, the contenders show themselves to the public. On this 200th anniversary, the Derby fields 23 runners. Collectively, they're worth millions. Their potential worth at stud, much, much more. There's Northern Baby, a French entry ridden by Philippe Paquet. So the greatest of all races, which might easily have become known as the Bunbury, is televised throughout the world. Lascar Flocco is to be piloted by brilliant northern jockey Eddie Hyde. This is the prestige race, and the 23 jockeys entering the paddock to take their mounts are acutely conscious of it. Among the riders are Americans, Frenchmen, Irishmen and British, the top in their profession. To Lester Piggott, 8-time winner of the Derby, victory today is more important than ever. Last year's winner, Greville Starkey, mounts Elamanamu. Philip Waldron on Leo de Grance, and Kipper Lynch on Saracen Prince. The royal party walks down the course back to the grandstand. From the paddock to the parade, a tense moment for highly strung 3-year-olds. Although both fillies and colts are eligible for the Derby, this year it's an all-male affair. Princess Margaret talks to Lord Halifax. A keen racegoer, the Queen Mother. Princess Alexandra and her husband, Mr. Angus Ogilvy. There goes Dickens Hill, ridden by Tony Murray, and Elamanamu is next. The horses prepare to canter down to the start. Behind them, the betting quickens. It's a time for students of horseflesh to use their knowledge. But among so many beautiful animals trained to the finest pitch, who can really tell? Man of Vision carries Bruce Raymond, and an unlucky number, 13. Epsom fever has taken over. The picnic atmosphere prevails, but you can feel the excitement. A rumour goes through the crowd that Elamanamu, Greville Starkey's mount, is set to win. He goes favourite, 9-2. Troy is now second in the betting. With all the pre-race excitement, the emergency services are kept busy. minutes before the off, for someone it has been all too much. On the far side of the course, the horses are led into the starting stalls. Milford and Lester Piggott are taking things easy. There's 1.5 miles ahead, calling for speed, stamina and concentration. Captain Smalley prepares to start the running of the 200th Derby Stakes.
They're under starter orders. And they're off. One of the quickest away was Accomplice from Milford on the far side. Lino close up behind the leaders, Movietone and Niniski towards the rear of the field. But on settling down, Leafard's Wish has moved up into a half-length lead from Accomplice, followed in third place by Crackerville. Hard Green goes fourth, followed by Two of Diamonds. Milford well placed on the outside, and just behind Milford come Lake City, Man of Vision, Nolino, Newberry, and behind Newberry, Son of Love, with Chetinkaya and Leo de France the last two. As they race down towards the milepost, Leafard's Wish making a running by 2 lengths. Accomplice is second, Milford has gone third. Close up behind Milford is Lasker.
Let's see the early pace in slow motion. Almost halfway, and it's still anybody's race.
Running being made by Leafard's Wish, a length clear. Milford is second. Accomplice has gone up into third, making ground into fourth. Comes the French horse, Northern Baby, and as they come down now towards the 5 furlong marker, Leafard's Wish from Milford. Then comes in third place Northern Baby, Neolino on the outside. Man of Vision is improving, so too is Dickens Hill and Ella Moo. They've got half a mile to race, and as they come down now into the straight, it is Leafard, the leader, by a length. Milford is in second place, Northern Baby's third. Then comes Crackerville, Dickens Hill and Man of Vision.
Slow motion again as they come into the straight, and one of those dramatic moments which seem to happen in the Derby. Someone in the crowd throws a toilet roll. It lands amongst the horses, wrapping itself round Yves Saint-Martin on Accomplice, almost obscuring his view. Luckily, no one is hurt, though the Frenchman's irregular verbs might have been heard in the grandstand. Still Leafard's Wish, but Dickens Hill cruises past. Then it's Northern Baby and Troy. Heading for the finish, Willie Carson urges Troy on in an astonishing burst of speed.
The front. They're coming inside the final furlong, and it's Troy who's stormed into the lead from Dickens Hill, approaching the line, and Troy is out on his own from Dickens Hill, Northern Baby, and Ella Moo.
Troy is the winner, followed by Dickens Hill and Northern Baby. The field trails in, with Yves Saint-Martin still carrying his unwanted streamer. The Queen explains the incident and is disappointed at Milford's defeat, but cheerfully acknowledges the magnificent effort of Willie Carson. Troy, undisputed winner of the 200th Derby Stakes.
Number 24, Troy. Second number 4.
What a welcome. Troy's winning margin of 7 lengths is the best since 1925 when Steve Donahue on Mana won by 8 lengths. It's a proud day for Willie Carson. His victory on Troy is his first Derby win. All the world loves a winner, but Troy himself objects to the trimmings of sudden fame. This is the first Derby win too for Troy's trainer, Dick Hearn, as well as Troy's joint owners. Sir Michael Sobell receives the trophy from the Countess of Derby, a gold replica of the bell which started that first Derby 2 centuries ago. Let's see the rerun as the horses round Tattenham Corner. Troy's electrifying burst of speed is one of the most dramatic in living Derby memory. Watch the combination on the left in pale blue silks, poised to strike. Troy surges triumphantly on. Time for Jockey Carson to receive congratulations and a kiss from the Countess of Derby. Now, with this 200th anniversary race won and decided, it's time to call it a day. Troy goes home to a well-earned rest, and he'll need it, judging by the stud fees he'll command. In fact, it's time for everyone to go home. Not a lucky day for the Queen, but there's always next year. What a day! Some lost their money, some lost themselves. But the law came to her rescue and even managed to help some folks who lost their tempers. Derby fever, it doesn't last for long. After a wonderful day, homeward bound for everybody. The lowly and the exalted. Though after every party, somebody has to stay behind and clear up the mess. "200 years. The Derby has progressed through 2 centuries of uninterrupted sporting achievement. Old Sir Charles Bunbury and Lord Derby must be feeling rightly proud. Not a bad achievement for something which began with the toss of a coin.